สวัสดีครับ Welcome to C and C++ language. One challenge for the writing code in C or C++ is variable limitation. By the example here, you will see the code in Python. The Python, you can write the code setting an array and add the one element to the array. That is like as the dynamic array. For the C language, you can write the code as the dynamic array by use the vectors. Now today we will convert this code from Python to the C++ language by write the code in using the vectors. Now we will start writing the code. The first step, I create a template here to test the compiler. We will compile the code and check the output here. This is compile the code and the output is show hello message like this. Okay, now the first step, the example code declaration to array A and array B here. We will write the code by declare vector A and vector B. And set the default value or integer value is 1, 2, 4, x 16, 32 here, and vector integer b and integer value 32, 16, x 4, 2 and 1 this. Okay, now for the pin vectors, I create a pin function that is declare pin and passing the argument vector integers is pointers to vectors, and I use for all those variables and in each element in vectors all pointer vex and pin on screen see out and then inline. Okay, now test the code first. I pin vector A and pin vector B here. Save and compile the code. Okay, the code complete, and here this is the output. It show the member in the vector A and the member in the vector B. Now the code is pin only. I zoom in the code. You will see is pin element in index 4 here. For the code in C language, we write by use the cout. For this, in line number 7 on the Python, I write it by use cout pin A element number 4 and line here. I can pin this, and here for the element number 2 to 4. For this is difficult for the C language. You use the directly like this. 2, 3, 3, 4, like this. And here, this is example output. And compile, run the code. Oh, I forgot the name. Okay, here this is output 4x16. And then the next step is the element 1, the index 1 is a replace 20s. I write code here 120 and pin ampersand a. Yeah, this is a very simple writing the code convert from Python to C++. Here this is a 20, put is here. And then the next step, append 64. Append 64. For the append 64, the append 64, I use a dot push back 64 this 64 this. Okay, and pin a to show the output. You will see this is a 64 here, and then finally this is a extend. I skip it. I do this. C assign is from a plus b, a plus b. We can do the a plus b in many methods by write the code in for loop and do the addition in each element in the vectors. But here, for this, I use a different way. I use the functions transform. Here, the functions transform, you can look the details in the C++reference.com. This is a transform functions. Transform functions from the standard library. The transform function have 4 overrides. The function here, I write the code represent like this. This is a transform functions. The transform function consists of the first vectors and second vector and do the binary operation here. And I use the plus standard plus for do the addition function. Okay, now we will write the code and I will explain. And the first step for this, you will see the number of the elements from A and B is not equal. I will remove the last elements of the vector A. And here remove is a pop back. It will pop the last number. Okay, then I declaration the vector sum here, and then I set the vector sum size equal to the vector A. Vector sum dot size dot resize a dot size. For in this line, I will show you by pin ampersand sum vex. Here, this is a view show 0 0. Here this show 0 0 0. That means it is a create empty vectors by have a number of elements equal to the vector A. And then next steps, I use the transform function. For this course, this is a very long. The transform functions, the transform functions here, example, write the code. std transforms, and first, this is the transform function. The transform function use the first vector here, and the first vectors, that is vector a dot begin, first vector, and I don't see the code. The last here, the last one, a dot n, and then it's called the seconds here. The second is a sum, b dot begin, and then it is a replace. The value results. That is a vex dot sum vex dot begin, and then finally here binary operators. The binary operator code is standard plus. For this, I use std plus class t class integers, and here this is a function plus. Okay, save, and then print sum ampersand sum vex. Okay, and compile the code. This is the output here. You will see this is do the addition from one from the vector A and vector B. The result is placed as the sum vectors, and this is do the plus. This is the operation. You can change the operation in any operation by the format. The operation is a binary operation. What is the binary operation here? The binary operation reference functions. The type of the function, you can write the code like this. This is the left hand side and right hand side, and this is the function, and return a value. For this function, I place it by do the standard plus for the C++ library from the C++ library. Here, finally, I can convert the code from Python here to the C++. And if you write the code this and this on left hand side and right hand side, you can run and check the computation times between Python and C++, which one is run very fast. Maybe you can run in the 1 million times to check which one is run fastest. Okay, now complete for episode 27. See you again on next episode. Bye bye. สวัสดีครับ